Okay, so Koenigsegg. I love Koenigsegg. Some of you guys know this. I've been really excited for the LCD releases of all of these cars, Koenigsegg, and yeah, I finally got one. So this was, I don't think this is an event exclusive. It was released as like a first launch at, I think, HEC, Hobby Expo China, like a month or two ago. I think they're going to have these coming out as regulars at some point. But I did go ahead and pick this up. I got it for, how much did I pay for it? I think it was like, I had a discount code, so it was probably, I think it was $36, which honestly isn't too bad because most of the time I have to import LCDs from either, China, but usually I order them from AliExpress, or there's a website called Small Ants that I really like too. Small Ant shipping is pretty expensive, although it is quick. And then AliExpress, sometimes their stuff is just kind of pricey on there. So I didn't think 36 was too bad for this, especially because I just really like LCD. I always have. And this is the first Koenigsegg that they released, so I kind of feel obligated to pick it up with how much I've been hyped up for it. Also, I've really been wanting Mini GT to make Koenigsegg. I've been wanting them to make it for like 2 or 3 years now, and they have not yet, and I don't know if they have any plans to. I would love for them to do it, but at least we have some really nice LCD stuff coming out. I do enjoy LCD quite a bit, but packaging is pretty plain, just black. You do have the CC850 branding on it. But yeah, it's pretty plain, which I kind of like. And then here's the information on the bottom. So it is the Koenigsegg CC850 in silver. This is LCD number 52. Well, this is casting number 52, and the color is SI. So 52 SI is kind of like the internal code for this car. So there is that. Tarmac Works does make Koenigsegg. I've had a few of them. I've had a couple of their Global 64 releases, and I've had one of their, well, I guess they only do them in Global 64. Let me put it this way. Ooh, what does the badge look like? That is sick. That is really cool. Okay. Koenigsegg little quality control pass badge. Really like that they do this. Like, this is just really, like, this is just a really neat thing to have with the car. But anyways, Tarmac Works. Global 64, I did get a couple of their regular Global 64 ones. I got the blue Koenigsegg Jesko. It was the Jesko Attack, the one with the wing. And then I also got, I also did get their Koenigsegg CC850 in silver. So, is it missing a screw? No. Maybe this one just, ooh. Okay, there we go. Also, LCD does have real carbon fiber bases for most of their stuff now, which is pretty dope. And then they also use these little rubber gaskets in between these, between the base and the car. So for the peg hole and the screw hole, they use these little gaskets. If you get these models and open them and take them off the base, do be careful because these things are very easy to lose. I think I've already lost a few of them for a couple models, but bases are really nice. I like the textured edge that goes around. And then it's got that carbon fiber inlay. And I went back and forth a long time because I wasn't sure if it was real carbon fiber, but I am pretty positive that that is real carbon fiber. And if it's not, it is a really good imitation of real carbon fiber. So either way, I'm happy with it. CC850 laser etched onto that little metal plaque with the Koenigsegg badge. So there is that. Oh, also, I guess I should show this. It is officially licensed by Koenigsegg right here. So yeah, I did have the Tarmac Works version of this, and it was a pretty nice model from Tarmac Works, but I wasn't like wowed with it I think I liked this out of all the ones Tarmac Works has done. Geez, I'm tired tonight. I did like the CC850 the most because the CC850 has, as far as Koenigsegg goes, it has very little carbon fiber. Like exposed carbon fiber. It has a little bit. In fact, I don't even really see much on this. There's a little tiny part on that roof panel right there, but there's not a lot of carbon on this. And so Tarmac Works doesn't do carbon fiber on any of their stuff unless it's a special edition. Occasionally they'll do carbon fiber on something, but they always make it a point to say, full carbon pad print, like it's a feature, when it should just be how they're making the models. Like, look at Mini DT, which is another reason I want Mini DT to do Koenigsegg. So I wasn't happy with the Tarmac Works version. I gave that CC850 and the blue Jesko to my little brother because he loves Koenigsegg. He learned from the best. And so those reside in his little collection. And then I also did have that special edition purple carbon fiber Regera that they did. And it was nice, but I just knew at that point I knew LCD was making them. And I was like, I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to sell this one and wait for LCD because they're going to be better. And that's what we have now. So let's take a look at it. First thing you'll notice, big old brake details in there. This thing has huge brakes. So it's got the drilled rotor and then an orange caliper. The back wheels actually roll fairly freely. The front ones do not. You can spin them pretty easily, but it's not going to roll if you put it down and actually roll it. I'll show that real quick. Back ones do, front ones don't. If you applied some pressure, yes. But if you just kind of push it, then no. So not really, LCDs are never really good rollers, which personally I don't care. I know a lot of people do though, so I always try to mention it. But yeah, really nice orange caliper in there. I'm assuming that says Koenigsegg. Yeah, I'm assuming that says Koenigsegg. So really nice. The wheels are done in a gunmetal gray metallic. I'm not sure. The real wheels on this car might be carbon fiber. Well, no, because I've seen ones with white wheels. But yeah, wheel color is pretty nice. The details on the actual wheel are pretty crisp, like nicely done. This thing has got massive wheels, by the way, like in scale with the car. And it's like that in real life too, just giant wheels. So yeah, wheels and tires all look pretty good. The tires are pretty thin. There's a little bit of tread visible on the sidewall, but it's not too bad. Does this have a metal base? I believe so. Yeah, that's a metal base. That is, in fact, a metal base. Sometimes their paint looks weird on the bottom, or they'll do this carbon fiber print on the bottom, and sometimes it's hard to tell if they're metal or not. But yeah, that is a metal base, and you can see the separate plastic ring right there. So yeah, very cool. Glad to see that. I hope LCD starts doing metal bases on more of their stuff. That's really like the only complaint I've had with them. Is they do a lot of plastic bases, but on some of the Lamborghinis, and I guess now the CC850, they are metal, and it does tell you the name of the car, so very cool. And this thing, even though it's a metal base, it's actually pretty light because I think it's just kind of a smaller, lighter car. But anyways, the silver paint on this thing actually looks fantastic. Very nice. The flake is quite small, which is a good thing. It scales down a little bit better than some other brands. So yeah, interior, as you see, I can't tell I think that's orange. Yeah, that's definitely orange. When I was looking at it in the packaging, I couldn't tell if it was red or orange, but it's definitely orange. So the seats are colored, and then this back shelf behind the seats is also colored. The steering wheel has the Koenigsegg badge in the center of it with orange, and then also inside the gauge cluster there's orange, and you can just make out the little dials and stuff. So nice detail there. There's some carbon fiber on the steering column and also that little center part of the dashboard. Very cool. Looks like there might be a little bit of detail on the door cards. Yeah, LCD usually does really good about the interiors, which I really do like. I mean, even just having the colored seats in that thing just adds so much. I wish like Mini GT and other brands would start doing better interiors. But anyways, interior looks pretty good. I think the windshield wiper is photo etched metal. Is it? Yeah, that's a photo etched metal windshield wiper for sure. Very, very fine, very accurate, but probably pretty fragile. Koenigsegg badge, that is a separate piece. It's a little bit crooked, which sucks. I really wish they could figure out a way to get these decals straight every time. Every brand, it's not just LCD. But yeah, a little bit crooked Koenigsegg badge. The badge itself looks really good. It's got like some chrome in it. It's a little unfortunate. Photo etched metal front grille, and the honeycomb actually looks really good on this one. Like it's applied really nicely. It's got that little metal hook at the front, little tow hook. Really nice vent, actually. Front lip is silver, and then the bottom of it, of course, is carbon fiber. Headlights actually look really good. I can make out two distinct bulbs in there, and then when you look down, you can see a little bit of silver paint for the running lights. So the bulbs and the running lights look really good. And I was going to say something about how there's a gap at the bottom of the acrylic, but I think that's accurate to the real car. I'm pretty sure it has kind of that same thing. And then the daytime running lights kind of shine out of this gap, if I remember correctly. So the headlights actually look really good, nice and accurate. There's a couple little rivet marks at the front. At least I think those are rivet marks. Those actually might be sensors. I'm not sure. I haven't read up on the CC850 too much. All I know is that I just love the body shape of the CC850. And then the CC850 is based on the old, what was the old one called? I'm going to actually, I don't have my keyboard in front of me. Yeah, I don't remember, but I think it's based off one of the older Koenigsegg's, CCX? No, I don't remember what it was called. Anyways, there is some carbon fiber on this, the side of this little panel right here too. So that is really nice. These side vents are also photo etched metal and they look really good. And they didn't just like glue them in there. They actually glued them to the back of like the casting in there. So there's no glue residue or anything. Wow. Those vents actually look really good. I assume the other one, this side's going to be the same. Yeah. Like there's no like gaps or anything around the edge that like, it's kind of like an oval shape. There's like no gaps or anything. I really like how they did that. That looks quite nice. The photo etched metal grills are looking good on this one. Like I said, that little carbon fiber part right there separating those windows. You do have the Koenigsegg Ghost logo right there. That also looks kind of crooked to me. Maybe they are a little crooked like that on the real cars, but that's definitely crooked, right? It's definitely crooked. I think they're more straight up than that. Yeah, so that kind of sucks. What about the Koenigsegg lettering on the back? Yeah, that looks pretty good as well. It's another separate piece, but at least it's straight and centered pretty nicely. The license plate's a little crooked too. Oh my gosh, what is up with Koenigsegg and making stuff crooked lately? I've had quite a few cars recently from LCD that have been like that. They're still really nice, but like, come on, tighten up that QC a little bit. Taillights are just painted, so the whole assembly is done in black plastic, and then they did a little bit of metallic red paint on the actual taillights, which I actually think looks really good. I used to, like, the general consensus with most 1/64 scale, like, premium collectors is that we want acrylic lights. Whenever possible, but when there's these more like fine, very thin lined headlights, I actually think they look pretty good with metallic red paint. So I really don't mind that. The exhaust is right here, just done in black, which is fine. Those little tips actually go pretty deep in. And then the rear diffuser looks pretty good. It's got these little fins back here as well. I think that's for the wing. I think the wing kind of these little black fins kind of pull the wing up, like kind of up and forward a little bit. It'd be cool if they made one with the wing up though. That would be, I would appreciate that. I think a lot of other people would too. Just a little variety for the casting. But yeah, I like the silver on orange with the brakes and the interior. The silver on orange looks really clean. And, I think the only thing we haven't really looked at is the mirrors. Those are also done in carbon fiber. Really nice too. They're clear coated, so that carbon fiber looks good. There's a little reflective sticker in both of them. So yeah, those look nice. Yeah, really, really nice car. Nice casting. Pretty well done. The only I was looking. Let me see if I can get like some light and for it to focus. This little vent in the center right here, that also has that same photo etched metal with the honeycomb in there. And once again, there's no weird gaps or anything. My camera, I'll come out a little bit. You can see it better there. Once again, there's no like weird gaps or anything that happens sometimes. Wow, they did a really good job on the photo etched metal. Not quite as good of a job on the decaled badges. So they're all kind of crooked except for the Koenigsegg lettering and then the license plate. So, but like obviously this is just kind of apply to my specific model. Like if you guys get a CC850, it might not be this bad. It might be perfect. It might be worse. So yeah, the quality, it's a problem with all brands. I wish they could either just print the badges on or just figure out a way to apply them perfectly. But I think these are done by hand. So it's like, Yeah, I don't know. Just print them on. I think it's just better when they're printed on. Like, yeah, they look more accurate when they're decals, but then you get quality control issues way more than just like a tampo. So that's kind of my thoughts. Really nice casting. I'm very happy with this. Finally, a Koenigsegg in my collection. In fact, I don't think I have any except for this now, because I got rid of my Tarmac Works. Nobody else does Koenigsegg. Cool. Anyways, I'll throw a picture up on screen. I'll try to find one in silver with the orange accents. If not, I will just put up another silver one, just so we can see what the differences are. But I think it looks really good. I just love the shape of this car. It's kind of like square and boxy, but it's also just like short and sleek too. Super cool cars. I love Koenigsegg. I can't wait for their Yeskos. Specifically the one with the fins instead of the wing. That's the Absolute, right? Yeah, the Jesko Absolute. That's going to be really cool. So anyways, oh, I just lost that O-ring. There it is. Put it back there. Anyways, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Oh, I also did pick up this as well at the same time as the Koenigsegg. It's S63E Performance, right? Yeah, in Verde Silver. I thought this color looked so good, especially with the white wheels. So hopefully look at that one soon too, but no promises. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you in the next one.